And this is Wingnut. I mean, the detail on this figure is wild. So you got the cape. This is a great cape. Super7 does amazing cloth goods. It's got like the shredded holes. But just look at the mouth. Oh, there's a good texture you can see on like his suit pieces, the blue pieces. He's got, what is that, like looks like a phone, you know, his little wristy things. He's got like the knuckles built in. The belt, the cool thing about the belt, you can move it so you can see his little pot belly poking out. So like the belt, you could swivel all the way around if you want. You know, obviously it only makes sense a certain way, right? And they have like the bat, so you know where it's supposed to go. He's got like the walkie-talkie, dynamite ready to go, flashlight. Oh, so cool. The details on this figure are wild. The neck, there's a big like the wormy neck, and then like the head. So like the head movement, there is like a ball peg there, but it's mostly in the neck. But check that out. Insane. And then the cape here, so like it slots into these brackets here with the cool M clasps. Of course, it's wired, so you can bend it, you know, every way you wanted to. He's got the awesome like shoulder pad armor. It's like very like homemade, you know. He's like a mutated homemade Batman. You do want to be careful with the antenna. I do feel like if you're not careful, that could break. It's just stellar. That's where the wings are gonna slot in. First, let's check out the articulation. So he has, you know, pretty standard. Obviously, it's limited a little bit because the shoulder pads. Otherwise, he's doing the full Townsend. There's no bicep cut, but then he's got the single jointed elbows. There's the swivel in them, and then the hands are standard. Be careful, this guy is sharp on all his pieces. There is a little give on the belly, not a crunch, but it mostly swivels, and this is a softer piece on that, which is nice. And then of course the legs, so he can do the splits all the way, kick forward, kick back, the single jointed knees, but you're doing the bend there, and then he has kind of, you know, that animal werewolf thing going on, and there's like a hinge. All right, so you can do pretty good bend there. Not a hinge, ratchet is the word I'm going for. You can hear that popping, and then of course his massive toes. Like his feet are so big, the wording on the bottom that usually is hard to read, you can just pick it right out. Super7, China. This guy, I love this guy. This guy's so freaking rad. His cape, which you can just clink right on in there. Pretty good. Pretty good clasp. Nothing fancy, nothing hard to do. Twirl the letters around. The wings, obviously. I want to point out something awesome on the wings. So not only are they incredibly detailed, nice like metallic paint going on, bullet holes, the whole 9 yards, radioactive symbol. But what's cool about the wings is they can detach, right? So if you wanted just the bat wings, which again, they're bullet holes, a nice paint, how freaking cool is that? They peg in, there's a peg there. I have found it would be nice maybe for that peg to be a little tighter, because as you're moving it around it can come out, but it's not like loose, you know, it just, you know, comes out a bit. But these ones, I had no problem just slotting these in. As I say that, and then, you know, So that's a good fit there. This one the same way. I'm also like much further back, so like my level of force. And see, you can see like that wing. It popped out. Not a huge deal, but just kind of a pain as you're like articulating things around. So the wings, you're doing all the flapping. Yeah, and see, this is where, again, it's not an issue. I would have liked for them to be a little tighter. But look at our man there. He's ready to fight crime. So what do we got for accessories? Just the standard kind of grabby ones. And again, look at the exquisite detail. Just the fabric. Super7, they've really been stepping it up, like with the sculpts like that and the molding. You got to have like a pointer finger hand pointing for justice, the nails, and then the trigger finger hand holding the guns and everything. These like grenades, gas grenades, really cool. You can slip 2 of them in the belt there if you like. Whoop. Nice extra pliable belt. Doesn't feel like I'm gonna break it at all. Oh my god, I just realized you can do, no way, you can put the grenades on the wings. You could also do, of course, you could do the gun too if you wanted. That is so cool. That's a cool freaking feature. I didn't realize that. I did a live and everything with this. How nutso is that? Super rad. You love accessory storage. This could be a listening device. Maybe he's spying like the colander, or it's a crazy ray gun. And then here's like a grappling attachment. The sweet back gun, the W for Wingnut. Insanely cool. So if you want to make it the grapple gun, you got that there. If you want to make it alien ray gun, listening gun, you got that there. Put that right in there. The extra menacing head sculpt. I mean, that's full on Batman. My friend Anthony, and people in the live asking if I think this is TMNT Batman. 100%. 100%. Pop that off. See, so you can see there's that neck joint. Pretty crazy range there. Hold on, I need to bring him in over here, get some good leverage. But my god. Pointer hand. Where's old Pointy? I have had a little bit of trouble getting the hand in all the way. That one hinges that way. So you can do that, He's like fighting crime. And then let's do the trigger finger hand. Get that in there. Standard kind of Super7 peg joint going on. Slipper down in there. Look at that. Are you fucking kidding me? You want the cape like blowing in the wind here. The wing again came loose. But are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Screwloose. So they took, the vintage figure, had a little buddy. They made him real. So no leg articulation. You do get the tail. It's going in circles. The wings, of course, you can do those. And then he has 4 arms. The arms do have the joints, so you can do various different poses. Super freaking cool. Look at our dudes. Absolutely love this figure. And so yeah, he's a big figure. He's not necessarily a tall figure, right? So you see him there with Robotic Rocksteady. You can see him there with the turtle, Surfer Mike. So he's a big, he's mainly, you know, he's wide and he's very deep. But that's freaking wild. And so you can see here, this is the reissue. I have just the reissue. But you can see Super7, this is what they've excelled at. Taking the old vintage sculpts, bam, blowing up into the ultimate style, taking the vintage buddies and making them, you know, like a full actual figure. It's totally worth the price. It's like $75. It's one of those figures you just absolutely love it. No regrets at all. I mean, you have this on your shelf, you're gonna wow everybody because it's just that freaking good. I do want to do a slight update as I've been messing around with Wingnut more. A little loose. It would be nice to have some more tightness in the legs. The legs, it would be nice. Like, they're not like floppy at all, really, but the joints, you can see, like, as I've been working it, it would be nice for some more stiffness there. And like I was saying before, the wings, it would be nice for the wings to be like a tighter fit on the peg there. So I don't know, I might get some of like the loose joints to tighten that up, because it's not super terrible, but some extra stiffness and rigidity would help, especially because he is such a bigger figure, you know, he needs to handle the weight. So yeah, that's an addendum I wanted to show on there. Maybe, you know, could just be mine, but there is a little bit of looseness. Nothing super crazy, but you're gonna have to be careful posing him just because he's such a big dude. So this is the packaging experience you're gonna get. So no brown shipper box. You're just getting the plastic bag, the slip cover, which is very nice, very cool. You'll love the medallion. Look at that sweet Wingnut medallion. And he's got Screwloose there. That's just super rad. It's a nice touch. Obviously, the package on this is just, you can see how massive it is next to Robotic Rocksteady. Like, it's a huge package. At some point, they'll stop doing the slipcovers, I think. But the Ultimate's there. I mean, it's so big. He looks so good in box. If you're an in-box collector, there you go. I don't know where you'll store it, how you'll store it. It's so huge. It's so massive. He's got the bio there. Dingbat buddies who bite the baddies. Incredible. The glare is magnified because it's such a big box. But this is one of the best figures of the year. Easy. So he does have 2 trays. Obviously, I opened him already for live, so is held in with 1 twisty tie. Another interesting piece. It has like a neck brace. And that's Wingnut from Super7, folks. Love this figure. I did order some kiki loose joints to try to address those issues. Not super crazy. As you can see, I'm still having a ton of fun posing him. You saw in the video. But it could become more of an issue later on. Thanks for watching, folks. Take care of yourselves. Like, follow, subscribe, whatever. All that jazz. And catch me later. We're going to be going the rest of the wave. Super7. Wave 9 TMNT Ultimates, baby.